Welcome back, guys. Got a lot to discuss today with the interest rate news. Might be out by the time I publish this. I don't know. I've been slacking on videos. I apologize. But walking around Deep Creek area today, been talking with a lot of builders. I've shown probably 60 to 70 houses in the past 45 days. I've been very active, boots on the ground situation. So just kind of want to tell you the vibe I'm hearing about it. We've got news of maybe 4 interest rate cuts coming, 150 basis points by the end of the year, which I think is insanity. Most people I think is insanity, but it's got other people talking about potentially a reverse market crash now, where everyone's going to dive back in with FOMO to get these low rates. I could see that as well. I don't really know which way it's going to go. You know me. I don't like making predictions like that, but I could see either side. Seems crazy, could happen. I can tell you what builders and sellers are saying right now in my area. Let's start with builders. They've sort of realized at this point, maybe we built too much inventory. They have houses they planned 2 years ago that are still sitting here because they bought the lot before they even broke ground. They put it on the market figuring someone was going to come along, pay over ask like they were doing. Now 2 years later, they come to find out I've got a completed house and I've got 600 days on the market. Doesn't look good. You know what I mean? Aggressive people show up. They make aggressive offers. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who those people might be, but that's what happens. So builders are pulling back a little bit, especially down here in the Deep Creek area. I've noticed that, been talking to a lot of them, and they're focusing on selling off other areas of inventory before they start speccing some homes out. Other areas in the county, like down in Inglewood, they're still speccing houses like crazy. So builder specific, area specific, it seems like. But what they all seem to think currently is if those rates drop, price go up. And that's the rationale for them right now. I can see why they would say that. Rates retreated a little bit over the winter, and they did pop prices, nothing crazy. Didn't seem to really move the needle, where they wanted it to. I'm hearing they're not all doing very poorly, but some are struggling, as you guys know. Sellers taking almost the same stance, saying, well, let me know when rates, people that have delisted, asking me, well, let me know when rates drop, because I want to come back on the market. So, and what right there, that tells you they're going to try to come back on the prices that didn't work 2 years ago, which is insanity to me. I don't think a 25, a 50, even 100 basis points is going to jack your prices up to what they were in 22, 21. But, I don't know. Not for me to say. But that's the consensus on the ground. And this ties into a video I did earlier this summer when we pretty much just landed in July, and sellers were frustrated. Their homes didn't sell for the prime season. They were getting very upset with their agents. They were saying, I'm delisting, I'm coming back on the fall. Another popular routine was, I'm delisting, I'm just gonna rent it out. Well, now I'm seeing those homes already come back on the market, and they haven't stayed off long enough to even reset their days. So how our MLS works is your property basically needs to be off the market for 60 days, or we can see the whole time it's listed. If you had it listed for a year and you don't leave it off for 60 days, when you relist it, it's still going to count as listed as a year and 2 months. So I'm seeing some of that, and when I look at the history, it's kind of the tail of the tape. You can look down and see, okay, they couldn't get what they wanted last season. They dropped the price, didn't work. July came around, they said, I'm renting it out. Put it up for rent for an absurd amount, obviously. Absolutely crazy. 2 months later, can't get the rent. Oh, look, the house is back on the market at the same price that you were shooting for at the end of the spring, which is arguably our highest selling season. So this is our slower time. I don't understand the strategy. And we did clip off in Charlotte County. I also include Northport in this. A good amount of inventory here over the past 2 months. We had a strong summer. I'm starting to see it pile back on. As you guys know, in Charlotte County alone, we had over 3,100 houses for several months. And now we're back to the point where it got to 2,800 at least. It was down a little bit, so our months of inventory dropped a little bit, but it's coming back with a vengeance. I'm seeing pendings slow down and listings pick up again, and I suspect it's because of these homes that have disappeared from the market over the summer. I could be wrong. Again, guys, that's my suspicion on what's happening. Could be completely off base, but I don't know. That's what I think we're going to see turn around here towards the fall. And if we go back into the spring season, or our real selling season starts in about February, we keep listing through February and don't get these off the market, then we're gonna be in the same scenario. I thought this was a real person, guys. I thought this was a real person standing there. I'm gonna try and zoom it in. He freaked me out like 6 times. Like, listen, man, I don't mean to film your house like a weirdo, but like, you come out the door in the morning and there's just this mannequin standing there. What is going on? What is going on? It's freaking me out. I look like 6 times. I'm like, is this guy watching me? What the hell? Nope, mannequin. So that's where I'm at right now. And what I think, sorry guys, we got construction here, so you're gonna hear the beeping probably. I'll try to get it out in post. I'm not very good at it because it screws the whole video up. What another example I like to give, because I do show a lot of homes, is I like to illustrate, I like to back up the data I show you guys with sort of anecdotal evidence, stories I can tell you from the ground, things I see. I had a house that was going to list, sir, quiet, last September. The house was built in 2022. This man is gonna run me over. I'm going, okay. See, they're building. They're building. Anyway, hopefully that's a little better for you guys. Hopefully I turned this mic on, I did. This gentleman built the house in 2022. It's 1,800 square feet, 3.2 with a 2-car garage, and they paid $197,000 for it in 2022, brand new. Well, they wanted to sell last September, 1 year ago in 2023, and they approached me with a number close to $400,000, which I was like, I'm not gonna do it. Come on, guys, here's the comps. I said, at best, we're gonna do $350. And again, I tell you guys this to illustrate the changes. So my number last September was $350. Well, obviously they didn't list with me. Now that house just went pending very quickly in 10 days for $309. And, you know, had you considered what I said in September, you'd be up $150. Now you're up $109, obviously minus closing cost or whatever you did to the house, which is still pretty good, but $150 wasn't enough last year. And now they're faced with the reality that it's pending at $309. Now I don't know if it's gonna close at that, but that's what it went up for, and it got an offer on it. For a 2-year-old house, 1,800 square feet, no pool, you know, no hurricane impact windows and things, not bad. Not a terrible price right now, depending on who you ask. So those are some of the things that I see. Another one have been my videos where I show you guys enormous price drops. Some people felt that a $500,000 price drop on one of my videos was nothing to really get all worked up about. You know, guys, I've only been in the business 10 years. I wasn't here in 08. So if it happened, I didn't see it, I wasn't paying attention. If $500,000 price drops were common in Port Charlotte in the last cycle, well, it's still gonna surprise me because I've never seen it before. So, but I did have people say, oh, no big deal, it's only $500,000 because the house was outrageously priced. And the reason I show the outrageous prices is not because I think they should have got them. Yeah, they're shooting to the moon and they're trying to come down. And I think that particular house still sold for $300,000 more than it was purchased for a few months earlier. We don't know if they made updates, but the ridiculous price that was originally thrown out there, they would have got it 2 years ago. That's the illustration I'm trying to make. They would have got that price without question 2 years ago. You could put anything on and those days are over. So that's how I use that. I'm not saying it's a great time to buy or it's a good deal. Everybody's gonna decide that for themselves. I'm just showing you that game is over, and that's how drastically some of these things need to be cut. 20, 30% on some properties to get them moving. That was unheard of even a year ago, guys. And a lot of people still ask me about condos. Condos are still selling, guys, even with all of the obstacles in their way. If they are priced at a point that people deem is reasonable for the monthly cost, they are selling. There's still a high demand for that product, even with all the challenges, even on 3-story condos, even on condos in flood zones. There seems to be a strong demand for that product. Some people have opted to move towards villas because they're also usually maintenance free. If you guys don't know what a villa is, it's like a 1-story townhouse or duplex, usually in HOAs, and you know, they take care of some things, vice versa. People have gone that route. I've seen those increase in value a little bit as condos have decreased, because the question I always get is, are people going to forego condos for single family homes? And I continue to maintain, no, I don't think so. They want two very different things out of a property, and maintenance isn't one of them. And generally, if you're looking at condos, the price differential to get from a maintenance-free condo to a maintenance-free single-family home is astronomical, and the HOA is much higher. So I don't see them crossing the streams as much. I do see people taking a step back and really reevaluating when their purchasing timeline on those is. We have a lot of deadlines coming up that the condos have to meet. They're kicking around ideas of extending those, though I think the damage has been done. I mean, we're in September now, so if you don't have your milestone studies and your reserve studies and your structurals done at this point, I guess I could see I could see them extending it, but it really should have been in progress already, and most of them have been pretty good about it. So still a strong demand for condos. That's just what I'm seeing here in Charlotte County. If you guys are seeing something different in other areas, let me know. I kind of think it's nationwide. I mean, even people selling condos up north, they got a stink on them right now, but there's still people out there who want them. And guys, since I'm down in Deep Creek, I will take you through one of their new builders down here. I'm gonna take you through Miranda Homes, their Melody model here on the corner of Rio de Janeiro and Sand Hill Boulevard. Showed this a lot recently, figured I might as well do a walkthrough.
All right, guys, so this is a 3-car garage. Obviously, one piece is their office there, but you can see the size of it. This is a 3-2, again, their Melody model. It's 2,066 square feet. This thing's pretty decked out. Right when you come in, you have your office area here with the double doors. I'll spin you through the living space. Kitchen on the left, nice size island. That is an upgraded kitchen with the double ovens. They have since removed the double sink, so now you get the single sink. This is an older model. Spinning you around to the living area. Pretty spacious. You can keep an eye on everything. And then you have a dinette right here. The lanai is on the side of the home. Pretty decent size. I'll take you through the back here. This is your guest bath, your guest bedroom 1. Obviously, this is where they have all their materials currently. Guest bedroom 2 will spin you through to the laundry. You can upgrade this with a sink. That is your access to the garage. And this is your master bedroom. Really spacious in here. Nice size primary bath as well. Double sinks with a seat. This is a deluxe upgraded shower. The upgraded shower is a little longer, comes with the seat. You also get, the rainfall, the 3 shower heads in there. And we've got your primary closet here as well.
So the vibe I get is we've still got a lot of holdouts, and it's not people who are holding out to buy, though there is that. I think there's sellers holding out to sell, and they're waiting to see what these rates do. That's builders are doing it as well, and it could change the game. It could change the game. Right now, it's not doing it, but I think for the rest of the year, builders will probably be fairly aggressive to move the inventory and then hope to start 2025 off on a better foot, finishing out things they've had. Though, I've had some builders that don't want to play ball at all. I mean, just flat out tell us no. Or we offer them, I'd say offer them a reasonable offer price on a house that's like, $430, we come in at $410, they come down $1,000. That's like, oh man, you don't even want to have a conversation. So, and other builders do want to have a conversation still, and they will work with you. So it's very builder specific. It's almost community specific too, guys. It's not just one size fits all. You can have the same company working in 3 different locations, and their mantras are all completely different. So that's something to consider when you're going in and talking to these people as well. Whew. All right, guys, that is what I got for today. If you like this video, give me a like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.